Now let's talk about different types of activation functions. We have types of activation functions. Number 1, step activation function. Number 2, sign activation function. Number 3, linear activation function. Number 4, rectified linear unit, ReLU function. And then 5, leaky rectified linear unit, which is leaky ReLU function. Number 6, hyperbolic tangent function. Number 7, sigmoid activation function. Number 8, softmax activation function. So we have these 8 famous activation functions in the deep learning. Number 1 is the step activation function. Number 2 is the sign activation function. Number 3 is the linear activation function. Number 4 is the rectified linear unit. In short form, we can say that ReLU, we can call it ReLU, rectified linear unit function. And then the 5th one is leaky rectified linear unit, which is leaky ReLU function. Number 6, hyperbolic tangent. In short form, we can say that tanh of x function. It is the hyperbolic tangent function. And number 7 is the sigmoid activation function. Number 8 is the softmax activation function. So we have these 8 types of activation functions in the deep learning. We will go in depth for each and every single activation function in the upcoming lecture. We will go for the definitions and also for the mathematical work, and then we will check the graphical perspective of all the activation functions. Now look at here, the first 5 functions are the linear activation functions. The last 3 functions are the non-linear activation functions. Step activation function, sign activation function, linear activation function, rectified linear unit, ReLU activation functions, leaky ReLU activation function. These are the linear activation functions. And the rest of the 3, hyperbolic tangent, sigmoid activation function, and softmax activation function, these 3 are the non-linear activation functions. So let me first talk about linear activation functions.